Hello everyone, it's Sunday morning. I'm on High Street East, which runs from that roundabout on Sand Street all the way down to the port and the docks for it's about a mile, close to a mile down there. I just thought I'd have a little walk from here down to the side of the River Wee, which isn't too far, and taking a couple of sites. Now that building, restored, is, if you can look at the top, called the Eagle Building for obvious reasons. Big eagle on the top. This street's a shadow of its former glory. From back in the 1700s, the 1800s. It was filled with shops, public houses, small businesses, and tens of thousands of people lived in this area. Literally, this is the High Street, and then next to the river was Low Street, and between these two and then up to the town moor, like that street over there, which I can't remember which one that is. That's Bordelwell House. Loads of these lanes and streets went up towards the town moor. So from that roundabout all the way down to the dock and then up the town moor, that was Sunderland, the old East End. It's completely different to how it used to look. And this is the Exchange building. There's tons of blue plaques around here. Built by 1812 to 1814, built by public subscription to the design of John Stoker. It was a civic, commercial and cultural centre for the Port of Sunderland and the scene of great social events, welcoming, among others, the Duke of Wellington in 1827. Now, I remember it was restored. It was restored in 2002, and it was used as like a venue, restaurant. I went to a couple of christenings there, but sadly it's gone out of use. It's quite a big building, nicely restored, but been derelict for years, and then it was restored. Now it's just fallen back into no use whatsoever, probably deteriorating, as you can see. Not anymore. It looks quiet now, apart from the cars which are going down. But even you can come down here in the middle of the day on the week and you won't see many people walking around, whereas if you'd gone back to the 1800s, early 1900s, it would have been teeming with people running around going up to Bishop Wylam to do the shopping. Look, that's how close we are to the river. Come down this way. Oh, I should go over there. There's another blue, but honestly I think there's about 10 to 15 plaques down in Old Sunderland. River View, that's big ships in. Down at the port, there's loads of dog muck. If you notice, it's just litter everywhere. That gives an example of some of those streets I mentioned. I think it was Drury Lane. There's James William Street. Crowded with tenements, lodging houses, and lots of brothels. I missed the plaque. I see this is Bordelwell Lane, site of the Bordel Well, Old Sunderland's main water supply for the 17th and 18th and 19th centuries. A bordel was a Scottish coin worth a half a farthing and would buy a skeel or 2 gallons of water. So this lane went down here, and I'm sure there used to be a ferry which you could get across here. See, that is Low Street along there. We'll have a look along here. There's Wylam Wharf. The university has lots of buildings down at the end, halls of residence. There's the back of that Quayside Exchange, quite a large building. I think that's a call centre over there. There's tons of pubs down here. The Roseline building, built in the late 18th century as part of the thriving town centre. This warehouse is made of rubble stone with a brick extension about 1820. It fell into disuse in 1986 and was restored in 1995. It's quite a breezy day. Hopefully it hasn't affected the sound quality on this video. I've got some mufflers on, but they're attached with Bluetooth. There's the River Weir. You don't realise how big it is down here, like this stretch of the Weir right out to the sea. Obviously it never used to look like this back in the day until they dredged it and made it more navigable for ships for the port. I think at one point you could walk across bits of it. Well, there's Bonnersfield in the distance. On the other side there, river, is Monk Wearmouth, or it was actually used to be called Monk Wearmouth Shore, which was the stretch from around Wearmouth Bridge right along past St Peter's, and then Monk Wearmouth was up towards Roper Avenue. There's a gentleman rowing out to one of his boats. It's the first time I've ever actually seen anybody going out to one. I'd always wondered how you would get out, but there's these little boats right next to the shore where you can use to get out to your vessel. It's a bit chilly actually. So down there is the North Sea. Sometimes you'll see cormorants sat on top of some of these objects alongside the river. Across there is got the Glass Centre, soon to be closed down, and the university buildings. Just have a look along here. Tide's in because normally you can see this area without the water on. And it is the ferry landing. In use as a crossing since early as the 7th century, the fare was 1/2 penny, 0.2 pence. From the 18th century right into its closure in 1957. More seagulls and people around today. So if you go along there, that's sort of down towards some of the old wharfs. I think Corporation Quay, Mark Quay. I'll look up here because there's an old Masonic hall up here which I think is from the 1700s. There's not many of the old historic buildings left on the high street. Lots of them were demolished with a slum clearance in the 30s and 40s and 20s. I've never actually walked up this bit before myself. In the heart of Sunderland. So when people talk about Sunderland from the past, this is the place. Don't think I have walked up here before, even driven up it. I might have got my bearings wrong. It might be the other street, the old Masonic Hall. There's Lombard Street. There was a theatre not far from here in Drury Lane. I think it was just up there. I think this is the place. Yeah, that's the Masonic Hall. I think it's one of the oldest. Oh, we've actually got a plaque. Not plaque, an info board. It's the oldest surviving purpose-built Masonic Hall still in use by the Freemasons anywhere in this country. It opened in 1785. That's what it looks like inside. We go down here. Not been down this bit either. Dog crap everywhere. I think this brings us out with James Wylam Street, which would be a good end for the video because there's some lovely buildings that have been renovated down here. Oh, there you get a better view of the old Masonic Lodge. So we've got the old with the new. I've never been in. It is sometimes opened, I believe, on Heritage Days. We're not far from Sunderland Parish Church. You might just be able to see I can just see it in the distance. This is James Wylam Street. I think we've just got time just to have a look at the old buildings. I'd love to come back here in about 8 years just for the day. Have a walk around. I wouldn't talk to anybody. You wouldn't want to catch out. Just to watch. You see the soldiers going up to the barracks. Data Fata Succotus. I think that was the White Lion pub. As you can see, it's got the old frontage which looks like an old style pub. Yeah, White Lion House. And look at that. That's Union Lane. God, I bet that could tell a story. And there's another lane up there. Which one's this one called? Look at that. It goes all the way up towards where near the church is. Lorry's off towards the port. Gives you a better view of the old buildings. 1, 2, 3. There's 4 of them left. And then we've got the tower blocks. Right, I'm off to get a coffee, so if you do like the video, please give it a like, and if you want to, click on the subscribe. It does help grow the channel, so I will see you next time. See you later.